Hi, I'm Emmett Reed, Executive Director of the Florida Healthcare Association. I'm up at the Capitol this week for a special edition of FHCA's Provider Program, brought to you by Bouchard Insurance.
This is a Tallahassee update from the Florida Healthcare Association, brought to you by Bouchard Insurance.
All right, it's the final week of the 2013 legislative session, and things have intensified as lawmakers grapple over Medicaid expansion and other contentious issues. Yesterday ended the 72-hour cooling down period for the 2013 and 14 budget, so we can expect lawmakers to cast that vote anytime today. FHCA Senior Director of Reimbursement, Tony Marshall, is with us to report on the budget and what we can expect for nursing homes Medicaid reimbursement.
Thanks, Emmett. This has been a very unique budget year for the Florida legislature. For the first time since 2007, the legislature had a budget surplus and anticipated being able to fund their priorities. While a lot of the debate is focused on the expansion of the Medicaid program, nursing home issues were known early in the session. The House of Representatives proposed to eliminate a 2% inflationary increase that was provided under current law, which would have eliminated $45.6 million in funding, while the Senate fully provided for full funding of the nursing home rate item under the leadership of Senator Grimsley and Senator Negron. As we entered the conference, nursing homes were the very first item taken off of the table when the House moved to the Senate position and fully restored the $45.6 million cut. Additionally, we were able to prevent the implementation at July 1, 2014 of a RUG payment system. This proviso that was proposed by the governor's office would have had a very serious negative impact on a number of our members. Thanks to you and all you did during this session, we left the legislature here at the end of session with a very positive budget outcome. Again, thank you for your efforts, and we look forward to working with the governor's office and others to continue to restore our rates in the coming years.
FHCA Chief Lobbyist Bob Astalis and the team worked a number of our key priority issues this session, and I caught up with him to reflect on the challenges we faced and the progress we've made to ready for 2014.
Thank you, Emmett, and we're here at the Capitol in the final hours of the legislative session, and really the Medicaid and the health insurance expansion clearly are dominating the session, and it's really hard to tell how it's going to all end. But on our issue specifically, there were some things we hoped to get over the goal line, but we just weren't able to pass. However, we really laid the groundwork for next year. Tort reform, we were able to move it to the Senate floor. We were not going to be able to get it through this session, but we educated a lot of senators on it, we educated a lot of members, and I think we laid the groundwork for next year on that. Same thing with our life insurance bill and some of our other issues. But one thing I do want to tell you that's still hot and going is the CON bill for the villages. We were fortunate in that we were able to work out language with the villages that will give them the nursing home that they need, but it will require them to go through the CON process. And we're very happy that we kept the integrity of the CON process going. That bill now is still bouncing back and forth between the two legislatures. We don't know how it's all going to turn out, but we're tracking it hard and we're staying with it. So that's my report from the Capitol.
Throughout the session, we've reported our member involvement in Lobby Wednesdays. FHCA's Director of Government Affairs, Peggy Rigsby, reflected on our grassroots initiatives this session and the important role members played in our legislative strategy.
Hi, I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about all the great people who came to Tallahassee this year to help us with our legislative issues. We had Lobby Wednesday again this year, and it wasn't just Lobby Wednesday. We had Lobby Tuesday, Lobby Wednesday, Lobby Thursday. We had people coming every day of the week. We had people that came with their companies, that came with their districts, that came with their facilities, and even brought their families. We had a goal to exceed last year's number, and we did that thanks to you. It took each and every one of you to come to Tallahassee to hear the message and to walk the halls of the Capitol talking to legislators about your personal story, how the legislative issues affect you, and how what the Florida legislature does affects the day-to-day operation of your facility, which affects the residents. We had a lot of people. We had good stories. We had people who got to meet with the governor. We had people who got onto the floors of the House and the Senate and participated in many committee meetings. And we can only do this with you. And you know, I'm going to set a goal for next year right now. We want to increase the number next year, 10% again, just like we did this year. And we can only do it if you participate. So if you came this year, come back again next year and bring somebody with you, bring a new person with you, and tell them how exciting it will be. And then you be the experienced one, you bring the novice with you, and you teach them how to do it. And that's the way we get our message to the Florida legislators. Thank you all so very much for everything you did.
While the 2013 session may be coming to an end, the collective work of the Florida Healthcare Association and our members is far from over. Lawmakers will return to their home districts next week, and there's no time like the present to continue keeping them informed about the important work that you do. Invite them to your facility, visit them in their district office, and let them know you are their local resource when it comes to long-term care. Your active involvement in helping us educate legislators and legislative candidates is a key part of our legislative strategy, and we thank you for all you do. Until next time, I'm Emmett Reed, keeping you informed about the critical issues that impact long-term care and the providers we represent.